So hi again. Today I wanted to talk about nature and how we experience it in paganism. Yes, we're nature lovers. Yes, we love the outdoors. But when it comes down to it, which part of the experience do we like better? Wild nature or a more tamed nature? Here's what I mean. In The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, the tree-shepherding Ent, Treebeard, is talking about the doings of his people and their kinds. The Ents, like him, like to freely wander and tend to the beauties of the untamed woods. Their kin, the Entwives, love orchards, gardens, and domesticated natural surroundings. And in the course of Treebeard's story to the two hobbits, Merry and Pippin, he describes how their paths were sundered, as both took to their respective ways. Here's a bit from that story in the Song of the Ents. "It is a rather strange and sad story," he went on after a pause. "When the world was young and the woods were wide and wild, the Ents and the Entwives walked together and they housed together. But our hearts did not go on growing in the same way. The Ents gave their love to things that they met in the world, and the Entwives gave their thoughts to other things. For the Ents loved the great trees and the wild woods and the slopes of the high hills, and they drank of the mountain streams and ate only such fruit as the trees let fall in their path. And they learned of the elves and spoke with the trees. But the Entwives gave their minds to the lesser trees, and to the meads in the sunshine beyond the feet of the forests, and they saw the sloe in the thicket, and the wild apples, and the cherry blossoming in spring, and the green herbs in the waterlands in summer, and the seedling grasses in the autumn fields. They did not desire to speak with these things, but they wished them to hear and obey what was said to them. The Entwives ordered them to grow according to their wishes, and bear leaf and fruit to their liking. For the Entwives desired order and plenty and peace, by which they meant that these things should remain where they had set them. So the Entwives made gardens to live in, but we Ents went on wandering, and we only came to the gardens now and again. And when the darkness came in from the north, the Entwives crossed the great river and made new gardens and tilled new fields, and we saw them more seldom. After the darkness was overthrown, the land of the Entwives blossomed richly, and their fields were full of corn. Many men learned the crafts of the Entwives and honored them greatly, but we were only a legend to them, a secret in the heart of the forest. Yet here we still are, while all the gardens of the Entwives are wasted. Men call them the Brown Lands now." There was an Elvish song that spoke of this, or at least so I understand it. The Ent. "When spring unfolds the beechen leaf, and sap is in the bough, when light is on the wide wood stream, and wind is on the brow, when stride is long and breath is deep, and keen the mountain air, come back to me, and say my land is fair. When spring is come to garth and field, and corn is in the blade, when blossom like a shining snow is in the orchard laid, when shower and sun upon the earth with fragrance fill the air, I'll linger here and will not come, because my land is fair." The Ent. "When summer lies upon the world, and in a noon of gold, beneath the roof of sleeping leaves the dreams of trees unfold, when woodland halls are green and cool, and wind is in the west, come back to me, and say my land is best. When summer warms the hanging fruit and burns the berry brown, when straw is gold and ear is white and harvest comes to town, when honey spills and apple swells, though wind be in the west, I'll linger here beneath the sun, because my land is best. Together we will take the road that leads into the west, and far away we'll find a land where both our hearts may rest." So here's my question. Which part do you like better? That of the Ent or the Entwife? Which life path do you prefer? Seeking after wild nature wandering the woods and all, like the Ents do, or orchard tending and gardening in more domesticated settings like the Entwives. For me, I like the Ents way. Not that I don't appreciate gardens and orchards, but my heart's always been with wild forests and wandering the fields like a dryad or woodland elf, basking in the very lifeblood of freeborn nature in its wilds. Give me a woodsy area to wander in, or a meadow of brambles to rummage through, and I'm in paradise, pure bliss. And whether to the music of crickets at night or crows during the day, nothing more would make me happier than just taking a day and hiking through something like that. So that's my love and my path. What's yours? Looking forward to your replies. In fact, why not make this into a tag video? If you're interested, why not make a video response to my question? Thanks for watching and listening.